in the heart of Lagos, where lights never go off and secrets live behind tinted car windows, lived a young woman named Ella, beautiful, bold, and dangerously confident. To many, she was just another pretty girl. But to married men, she was a sweet temptation. Her friends called her Miss Enjoyment, and she didn't mind. Why should she? Ella's apartment looked like something out of a music video. Gold curtains, imported perfume everywhere. Designer bags lined on her shelf like trophies of war. Every single one of them was a gift from someone's husband. That morning, as she sat on her bed scrolling through her phone, her best friend Amara shook her head in frustration. Amara, Ella, this your lifestyle go land you for trouble one day. Married men know they finish, but one day you go jam the wrong one. Ella looked up and laughed. The kind of laughter that filled the room like music. Ella, Abig, leave that talk, you know they see as I day live soft. Married men they pay pass. You day their day date one broke boyfriend way never even get car. Now love person go chop. Amara sighed. But Ella, you don't fear God, you're breaking people's homes. These men get wives, children. Ella interrupting, and their wives no they take care of them. If damn do the men no go look my side. Abig, I know be reverend sister. I just want to enjoy my life before life enjoy me. She flipped her hair and continued scrolling through her messages, several unread. Miss from married men with names saved as Uncle Cash Chairman and my sponsor that evening. She dressed in a tight red gown, sprayed perfume like she was baptizing herself in luxury, and winked at her reflection. Now this same beauty go make me enter heaven of money, she said to herself. Her mother called right before she left. Mama, Ella, my daughter, I hear things about you. Stop this life before you destroy your destiny. Married men no go marry you. Ella, Mama, Abig, leave me door. Now your generation they suffer for man we know get money. I can't do poor. I love my life soft. She hung up before her mother could finish talking. That night, she went out with Mr. Desmond, a rich businessman old enough to be her father. He took her to a 5-star restaurant, gifted her a gold wristwatch, and whispered, "You're the kind of woman a man like me needs. My wife no day even look good like you again." Ella smiled proudly, sipping her wine in her heart. She thought she was winning. She didn't know that for every married man she played, Karma was writing her name slowly, waiting for the perfect day to collect. Ella's life had become a movie, and she was the star every week. It was one sugar daddy after another, politicians, businessmen, church elders, even a married pastor. They all fell for her charm. Her phone was never silent. If Uncle Mike wasn't calling, Chief Tund was sending her 500,000. Just to smile for him, she called them. Her Ms. Anne didn't disappoint. In just 2 years, Ella had bought herself a Toyota Venza, rented a mini duplex in Lekki, and was already planning to change her car to a Benz. Whenever her friends asked her how she did it, she just smiled and said, "Now your body be your business. Use AM well." But the part that shocked everyone was how fearless she was. One Saturday afternoon, the wife of one of her sugar daddies, Mrs. Lawson, came to her house. She had heard that Ella was the reason her husband no longer came home early. The woman knocked, crying, begging, "Please, leave my husband alone. We have children. Don't destroy my home." Ella opened the door slowly, looked her from head to toe, then laughed loudly. "Ella, auntie, Abig, close your mouth. You know they see yourself, you know even fine. You day talk say now your husband I collect if you take care of AM well. You think he go look my side." The woman froze. Speechless, Ella clapped her hands, shaking her head proudly. "You old women they always blame side chick. Abig, shift make I breathe Jared. I no fit argue with person way still day tie wrapper for afternoon." The woman left in tears, but instead of shame, Ella turned to her friend and said, laughing, "See as she day cry, Nnamdi make your husband day see better life." You day their day showed. Her friends were shocked. Even Amara couldn't hold it anymore. "Amara, Ella, you get mind, oh you no even pity that woman." "Ella, pity Abig, no disturb my peace. Married men they always run come person way they look good. If their wives no sabi maintain, no their fault." I know be charity after that day. Ella's confidence grew even worse. She started mocking women who wore cheap clothes. She started bragging that she could collect any man she wanted married or not her. Words became poison, but she didn't care. What she didn't know was that every time she insulted a wife, every time she laughed at someone's pain, her own judgment day was getting closer. It was a bright Saturday afternoon at ShopRite, Lekki. Ella strolled through the mall like a queen, long braids swinging, perfume following her like a shadow, her red heels clicking on the floor with power. She wore a short gown that turned heads and sunglasses that hid her eyes but not her confidence. Everywhere she went, people stared, but she wasn't there for groceries. She was there for attention. As she walked past the wine section, her eyes caught a man, tall, dark, handsome, dressed in a crisp white shirt and designer wristwatch. He had that calm, wealthy aura that only a true Odogwu carries. His name, as she would later learn, was Chief Nnamdi Okafor, a successful Igbo businessman. He was newly married, and his wife, Adaze, was 6 months pregnant at home, but Ella didn't care. She saw something she wanted and she went for it. She deliberately dropped a bottle of perfume near his trolley. "Ella, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to." Nnamdi smiling politely. "It's fine. No harm done." She smiled, that smile that had trapped many men before him. "Ella, you have good taste in cologne." "Sir, it suits you." He chuckled softly. "Nnamdi, thank you." "My dear Ella, can I get your number? I run a small luxury brand. Maybe I can show you some new products sometime." For a moment, he hesitated, but her beauty was disarming, her voice soft, her eyes sharp. He reached into his pocket and handed her a business card. "Nnamdi, that's my office line." Ella smiling knowingly. "Office line? I'm sure the private one sounds better." She winked, collected the card, and walked away slowly, her perfume lingering like temptation itself. That night, back at her apartment, Ella couldn't stop thinking about him for the first time. It wasn't just about money. There was something different about Nnamdi, his calmness, his class, his voice. She told her friends excitedly, pacing around her living room, "Ella girls, I met one man today, an Odogwu. The way he carries himself, I just feel something strong for Am Amora, another married man of LA, and so married men day sweet pass. I just know this one go be my type." Her friends laughed, shaking their heads. The next day, she texted him. He replied soon. Texting turned to late-night calls, deep conversations that stretched past midnight. Then came secret lunch dates, hotel meetings, and weekend getaways. Before long, they were completely lost in each other. Nnamdi started lying to his wife. He came home late, always on his phone, smiling at messages Adaze could never see at first. Adaze thought it was stress until she noticed the change. He no longer touched her belly with joy. He no longer kissed her goodnight even when she tried to talk. He snapped easily. Her heart broke a little more each day. Something told her another woman had entered their home, even if she couldn't yet prove it. Adaze to herself, "God, please don't let another woman destroy my home." But Ella and Nnamdi were already too deep. Love had turned into obsession. Calls became confessions, and one night, Nnamdi whispered the words that sealed their fate. "Ella, I can't live without you." Ella was not shy when she and Nnamdi grew closer. She told him straight, "Leave your wife," she said. "Divorce her and marry me." Nnamdi looked worried. He said, "But she is newly married and she is pregnant." Ella waved her hand. "That one no matter makes she be single mother, that is not the first times. I don't care." Divorce her at first. Nnamdi hesitated. He loved the comfort of his marriage. But Ella pushed and pushed. She promised him a better life, a life full of money and fun. He began to believe her. One day, Nnamdi told his wife Adaze that he wanted a new life. Adaze cried and begged. She said, "I'm carrying your child." But Nnamdi answered, "I love Ella now. I don't want this marriage." After that, Nnamdi stopped coming home. Even the day Adaze gave birth, he did not come. He was always with Ella. He slept at Ella's place many nights. He bought Ella expensive things. He took her to big hotels and nice restaurants. He showed her off like a prize. Adaze watched all this. She was heartbroken and angry. She began to follow him quietly. She started tracking his phone, checking his car, and following when she could. One day she saw them together at a restaurant. Another time she saw them laughing inside a big hotel. She saw the new clothes, the hairstyles, the gifts, the rich life Ella enjoyed when Adaze followed them. She felt something hard grow inside her, not only sadness, but a burning anger. She thought, if she has done this thing to other women, she will not get away with doing it to me. I will teach her a lesson she will never forget. Adaze found out more. Ella and Nnamdi were planning to marry soon. He wanted to leave Adaze and marry Ella quietly. That was the last straw. Adaze did not shout or fight in public. She did not make big noise. She planned. She planned slowly and carefully. She would not let another woman take her husband and her child. If Ella wanted to destroy homes, Adaze decided this time someone would destroy Ella's pride. Adaze used what she already knew. She had worked with cosmetics before and could act like a calm, helpful person. She learned the name of the makeup artists and salons Ella used. She practiced being a professional. She made herself look like a safe, trusted makeup artist. When the wedding came and a makeup artist was needed at the bride's house, Adaze walked in with a calm face and said, "I am here to help." Ella was happy and trusted her. Adaze stood very close to the woman who had taken her husband and smiled. But inside she was ready. She told herself, "I will punish you, but not by killing. I want you to lose what you love most, your beauty and your proud life. You will remember me." The plan was in motion. The quiet woman who people thought weak was not weak at all. She was patient. She was careful, and she had decided that Ella would pay a heavy price for what she had done. The morning of the wedding smelled of flowers and expensive perfume. Ella laughed, making call with her husband-to-be. She was so happy and excitement. She told her husband she can't wait. "See you soon." She said she's waiting for the makeup artist to come. Adaze walked into the bridal suite with a calm face and a small, plain kit. She wore the name tag she had prepared, Miriam from Miraglow. No one knew the woman behind that badge was a wife, made small by betrayal, holding a plan like a stone in her hand. Ella welcomed her like any bride would. She let Miriam sit close enough to trust. Miriam talked softly, eased the bride into the chair, and worked with skill, gentle brushes, steady hands. She was quiet and professional. Everyone relaxed. The music played, the champagne flowed. When the first strokes were done, Ella looked at herself in the mirror and smiled. She said, "I love it, thank you." Her voice floated, full of victory. Adaze smiled and said, "Thank you." Nnamdi was at the church, smiling at the idea of a new life. Then, slowly, the world changed. Ella felt a sting, a sharp, hot sting on her cheek. She blinked. The sting grew to burning. At first she thought it was allergy, a reaction, a bad product. She touched her face and felt heat. The skin suddenly strange under her fingers. "Miriam," she cried. Miriam did not raise her voice. She stood. Ella didn't know she was Nnamdi's wife. She hadn't seen her face. Her face looked tired and hard. Her eyes were wet but steady. "You should not have taken my husband," Miriam said very quietly. "You made my life small. You made my child fatherless. I did not want to kill you. I wanted you to lose what you worship, your beauty. So I mixed acid on your makeup." She laughed. "I wanted you to remember what you did." Panic exploded. Screams filled the room. Bridesmaids rushed to the sink. Someone threw water. Someone called Desmond. No, Nnamdi. And his voice on the phone was a broken sound between prayer and demand. Nnamdi came running. His suit wrinkled, his perfect life undone in 1 second by a sound he could not stop. Ella's face began to swell. Pain filled her eyes. The laughter that had filled the morning fell away and left a wild, ugly noise. Shouting, crying, people praying, phones recording. Paramedics arrived. Sirens sounded. Ella was taken to the hospital. Her face was badly injured. The doctors said she would survive, but the damage was life-changing. Her eyes opened to a new world where mirrors were, enemies, and the life she loved. Had a new heavy-cost news spread like fire. Videos from the bridal suite flooded phones and the internet. People split into two camps, those who said Miriam had no right, those who said Ella got what she deserved. It became the story of the year wedding ruined it, bride burned. Husband Shane Nnamdi could not hide. He wept in public. He walked into the police station offering apologies that did not fix anything. He had abandoned his wife while she carried his child. Now he had hurt the woman he claimed to love. His name and choices were carved into the headlines. Miriam Adaze turned herself in the next day. She did not run. She sat in the police office, her face pale but steady, and told the truth. She said why she did it. She said she had planned to take Ella's pride away, not to kill her. She said she had wanted justice in a world that had given her none. The officers wrote her words down and placed a careful hand on the sheet. The law did not care about the reasons an attack had happened. People had been hurt. Miriam was charged with assault. The case moved fast. The public argued, was she a criminal or a desperate mother defending her? Families honor. The courts would decide. Ella woke up in the hospital to a world that no longer smiled at her. Her social media followers were a mix of sympathy and cruel messages. The cars, the gifts, the laughter, they felt empty now. Nnamdi visited his apologies thin and late. He tried to hold her hand, but Ella could not look at him the same way he had left Adaze when she was pregnant. He had chosen Ella's life over his family, and now that choice had set off a chain that burned his world too. At the first hearing, cameras circled the courthouse. Adaze sat quietly. She did not shout. She did not cry loudly. She answered questions with a small voice. Some people left flowers. Adaze, she went to prison. She regret her action. Ella leaves the hospital, but her face is very changed. Scars and burns make mirrors of fear. Her social life disappears. Men who used to give her money stop calling. Her friends vanish one by one. Scammers and angry people try to take advantage of her. People shout at her in the street. She loses cars. She loses houses. And the luxury she loved is gone, and she promised herself, in my next life, I will never go near a married man again. No one comes out a true winner. Adaze paid for a violent act with years of prison and the weight of guilt. Ella lost the beauty and life she used to win men with. 3 years later, Adaze came out of prison filled with regret. She looked back and realized the truth. Nnamdi was never worth it. A man who could leave his pregnant wife for another woman was not a man to fight for. She wished she had just walked away instead of letting anger control her. She focuses on her child, but Ella's life was so miserable. Nights she must sleep in different places because she has no safe home. The money cannot bring back what she lost. She learns that the easy life she chose had a price, and now she pays every day. Nnamdi's business and reputation suffer badly. Clients leave. Partners avoid him. People say he is the man who left a pregnant wife for a younger woman. He tries to fix things with Adaze, but trust is gone. He faces court questions, community shame, and the loss of quiet respect he once had. He loses much money and must sell assets to settle legal costs and support a child. He spends nights awake thinking about the life he ruined. 2 months later, Adaze finds small peace. She studies again and trains other women in simple skincare and first aid for skin. Sometimes she cry alone, remember the name she have ruling, but she is stronger now. Ella's life gets darker. She tries to find work, but many doors close because of her scars and the scandal. Some people offer her money for pity. Others want her to sell her story. She refuses both. She moves to another town to hide. There she meets danger men who see her weakness and try to use her. She fights, later gets help from a small NGO that works with burn survivors. The NGO gives her some counseling and basic support, but it is not enough to erase the fear and the long nights. Nnamdi lives with quiet remorse. He is a different man, slower, less proud. He does not marry again. He tries to be a better father and pays for the child's education when he can. He keeps a low profile and prays for forgiveness. No one comes out a true winner. Ada's paid for a violent act with years of prison and the weight of guilt. Ella lost the beauty and life she used to win men with, and now she lives with danger and shame. Nnamdi lost family, money, and trust. The people who were hurt the most kept suffering long after the headlines ended. The story becomes a warning in the community. Choices that hurt others can return and destroy everything you think you own. Some people call it justice, others call it tragedy. Either way, life after that wedding is never easy for any of them. I hope you learned from Ella's story. So I want to use this opportunity to tell you that Jesus loves you and he said he's coming very soon. Me and you don't know when it's coming. He can come at any time we did not expect it. Is now that is not yet come that we have the chance and the opportunity to give our life to him, accept him as our Lord and personal Savior. No matter how far you are gone with your sin, he will still forgive you. Give your life to him today. He's waiting. Thank you for watching. If you learned from this story, don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our next story.